And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we want to welcome you all to the Hello LLC. If you don't know, Hello stands for Helping Entrepreneurs Leverage Leading Web3 Optimizations. And we're having an amazing conversation today. LinkedIn audio is out. Now, what's your next move? We've been talking about this for quite some time, right, baby?
A while.
While we've been sharing with people, you got to become omnipresent and just don't rely on one particular platform. And here it is. It has hit a square face, and we're at the door.
Smack dab in the face.
Smack dab in the face. And now it's time to make a pivot and a transition. And this is where we at the Hello LLC once again want more for you than from you by showcasing these things and adopting to the new wave of experiencing, especially in this interactive, especially in this new experience, especially in this 3D immersive environment. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. And those of you that are watching us right now live on our multiple different platforms, from YouTube, from Twitch, from Spaces, from LinkedIn Live, and this is our last audio room as well. For those of you that are on LinkedIn, you cannot schedule anymore, so buckle up. This is the last one, but we're showcasing you guys how you can be able to implement audio and do multiple different things than what we've been accustomed to doing, right, love?
Absolutely.
And so, what would be your take on, this conversation of LinkedIn no longer, having audio rooms, yesterday being the last day?
Yeah, well, first of all, welcome on in, everybody. It's great. Happy Tuesday. Great to be with you. This conversation about LinkedIn audio rooms no longer being around, it was something that came down the town hall a few weeks ago. I know as we, have a community on LinkedIn, and I know other people have communities on LinkedIn. That can be scary because let me say it this way. And the reason I'm tripping over my words is because I'm trying to be polite about this, but the raw, real truth is most people do not go omnipresence across multiple platforms at one time. And so they put all of their eggs kind of into one basket, being the LinkedIn audio rooms. Now there's still LinkedIn Live. You can still go LinkedIn Live, but no longer the audio. And so this is where the fear all of a sudden pops up, because it's like, oh my gosh, I have spent the last 6, 8, 10 months, a year, whatever it's been, on LinkedIn audio. I've cultivated a community. I have people showing up. I'm getting leads to my business through LinkedIn. Like, what do I do? Because I have not been omnipresent. I have not, ventured off into other arenas or audio rooms. I have not tried to bring my audience with me anywhere, my community. And so this is really something that kind of slaps people in the face. And I say that not in a mean way, just like it's shocking. And if you have kind of put all your eggs in one basket here, now's the time to understand this is why it's so important to have multiple baskets, be omnipresent. And that's what we're going to share with you guys today. Every time we go live, every time you guys see us, we are across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 to 11 different platforms. We're actually on one of them, not today because our iPad was dead and we didn't get that charged up, so it's charging in the background. But normally it's 11 platforms that we are talking to when we are doing this. And so we want to share this with you guys because, or I should say a dozen, because the 12th one was our Metaverse, and I forgot to even count our own Metaverse room. So there you guys go. But again, this comes down to the fact that we've got to kind of think and not put all of our eggs in one basket, because when the rug does get pulled like this, it can cause fear. People can panic. They then don't know. And by the way, if you were depending on LinkedIn audio rooms to help get leads into your business, qualified leads, that's something that's going to stop. And so that can be scary. We have been through this many times. We've been through, for all those that are over here on Clubhouse listening to us, Everybody knows the power of what Clubhouse was, when it first opened up in 2020. And it's went through its cycles, right? It's went through its expand and contrast cycles. It's still available, but it's not as prominent as it used to be. We used to be able to, open up a room and there'd be hundreds of people in there just on the click of the room being opened. And that's not what is so anymore. And maybe this is really the reality is that audio rooms might be dying. And this is why we're pivoting, and people are pivoting into Web3 Metaverse, because you can get together, on your phone. You can do it from your phone. And this is something I will say. As people are pivoting off of LinkedIn audio, going to find other applications to use and rooms to be a part of, you will find that a lot of times you're going to have to go download another app, right? If you're not on Clubhouse and all of a sudden you're like, well, let me take myself over to Clubhouse, or I'm not on here, let me go over there. You have to download an app, right? Yes. Well, the same thing for Metaverse. It can be app-based and it can be immersive-based. You don't have to have your VR headsets. And that's what we're going to share today, is that as easy as it is for you guys to jump into audio rooms, it's as easy to jump into Metaverse and have these same style of rooms, town halls, speaking engagements, whatever it is that you're doing. You might be doing little mini master classes. You might be doing little how-to vignettes like we do. And you can do that all from the power of Metaverse. So, we're going to dive into some great conversations. I know Mr. Jones got some facts and all that for us. And so, I'll get ready to pass this mic back over to you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah. And so, if you guys are watching us in our Hello Plaza Metaverse, or want to come and join us in our Hello Plaza Metaverse, we encourage you to press literally 4 buttons. We just posted a video earlier today of how you can join the Metaverse from your phone. And if you're a coach, if you're an author, if you are some profession and you say, oh, it's too hard, then we need to pull all of your cards away from what you're doing, because this is literally copy, paste, drag, drop. And this is, once again, also the mindset and our mentality that we bring to this, just like we share with people when it came to, introducing Zoom. How many of you remember around that 2020 era, right? You would be like, oh, I'll give you a phone call.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll talk to you at this time. Oh, I'll do this. And then somebody said, whoa. No. We're not going to do this meeting over a phone call. I have a Zoom link. And you're like, Zoom? What's that?
Yeah.
And they sent you the Zoom link and you got on Zoom and you're like, oh my God. You mean to tell me I don't have to hold my phone? I don't have to, scramble to do this, to do that. I now can be in my own comfort. I can have all my notes. I can do this. There were so many more advantages, and you got to actually see that person. No more will I go back to having a phone conversation or a business conversation on a phone call. And now we've gotten to the point to where even still, right, some people have not made that full transition. And even more for us, the great thing about this is within our metaverse world, you can join from your cell phone. You can join from your laptop. You can join from your iPad. And those of you that are following us right now, listening to us, put up an emoji, right, when you do join a Zoom room, that a lot of the times people don't show up with their camera on. A lot of people will say, oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I got this. I got that going on. My background isn't this. I don't have my hair together. Oh, this, that, and other. We all hear these amazing, reasons why people don't have their camera on, which is
camera ain't working.
My camera's not working. Hence the reason why a lot of people don't do video live rooms, right? Because they don't want to show up on camera, and an audio room is so much easier.
I mean, I have to tell on myself. Yeah. I did an amazing event with Miss Linda on Sunday. And for any of those that caught us live, congrats, you got to see me with makeup on. But I will be completely frank. I even told her this before we got into it. I was like, is this on camera? Is this on Live Lab? And he's like, yeah, I think so. I was like, oh man, I got to put my makeup on. I got to do my hair. I was like, why can't we do this in like the metaverse where I can be an avatar? And so it gets to the point now where we spent so many years there's, being in person. And then now when we kind of get back to our, our home offices and we have Zoom, and like David says, we don't want to turn that camera on because we're not camera ready as, the society thinks we should be, or whatever that is, or whatever we think that is. It's just a wonderful thing to jump in and be able to have an avatar now in an immersive reality instead of, showing up on camera. Even though we're all cute and adorable, it's just some of us don't want to have to do that.
Yeah, and that's the crazy thing, about LinkedIn, is that LinkedIn is no longer allowing you guys to set up an actual audio room. And so now you'll actually have to be able to set up a live room. In order for you guys to do that, we want to share with you guys some different ways you can do that, right? And being able to continue on your pattern, which is crucial to a lot of you guys. And so, number one, a lot of you might have heard of, StreamYard. StreamYard is a great way for you to be able to continue your audio rooms. But the thing is, you have to, you don't have to. You literally, you're going to have to show your camera, or you're going to have, some type of visual effect that people are going to be able to, and they're going to have to watch for the amount of hours or minutes that you're on your actual audio room. So StreamYard allows us right now that you guys are watching us in Metaverse, right? Literally stream our Metaverse, where you all could come into our Metaverse world and talk to us like we were in an audio room live together, where you come in through an avatar. You get to unmute yourself. If you wanted to, you could be able to literally, put yourself on camera. There's so many different ways that you guys can experience this. And then this is an open 24/7. Yeah. So there's a lot of other spaces out there that, are claiming to fame to be virtual, presence, and they're not. I'm letting you know that right now. There's no such thing as a halfway crook. And this, my friends, is where the ultimate switch is, to where we're really moving forward to this 3D immersive environment, not a green screen where you have, a picture behind you, and then, you got to still show up on camera and it looks, it's just a green screen or just a picture with circles in it. I would encourage you guys to really come in here and experience this, just like many of our guests on our Hello Pivot, guests have joined us in the Metaverse from their phone while they joined us on StreamYard. And as soon as they jump in there, they're like, what is this? Miss Margaret was one of our guests that you guys know. Miss Brenda Lease was one of our guests. Miss Kimberly Martin was one of our guests. Miss Leah Garcia was one of our guests. And they all have the same experience. Like, this is so much better than, the audio rooms that we're doing, or other applications that are out there that really take this to the next level. And so when you utilize StreamYard, guys, a lot of people are like, well, I got to pay for a third party, a third party thing. I'm going to tell you right now, there's an amazing cyber sale going on right now with StreamYard right now. Some of you might say, well, David, I already have an account. Yes, that's great. You have an email attached to that account. I would encourage you to possibly go have another account, which some of you already have, and go take advantage of that Cyber Monday sale where you get 50% off on your actual StreamYard. So you cannot say we didn't give you anything. That's a huge thing. Well, I'm going to tell you right now, Tara and I are paying for all the bells and whistles right now on our StreamYard for $10. Okay?
Yeah.
Simple as that. Because we took advantage of it, right? Mm-hmm. And so I encourage.
And by the way, we don't get any cut for you guys joining StreamYard. It's just a great tool, so that's why we're sharing it with you.
It's a great, and some people have used Restream. Some people have used what's that other one?
Riverside,
right?
It's to each their own.
Yeah.
The reason why we like StreamYard is there was a lot more capabilities that we could do that we wanted to do in order to make it visually, aesthetically pleasing and to grab your attention. What we found on in Restream was that we were kind of fixed and locked into some of the screen templates.
Yeah.
And that wasn't really our cup of tea. Nothing bad about it, just not our cup of tea, and did not work for our visual aesthetics. And then on Riverside, it was great too, but that one you had to do a little more setup. It wasn't as plug and play. And so, we were just real comfortable with StreamYard, and that's why we have chose that. But those are other two valid options, is Riverside and restream, whichever one just makes you, giddy and happy and easy to use. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, and the great thing about, and what I'll do if I can, I'll actually share a StreamYard screen up here, because the great thing about StreamYard is that it allows you guys to go omnipresence on multiple different platforms. Those of you that have been utilizing just LinkedIn, you haven't been able to record your rooms, number one, and you've been utilizing your time just on one platform. And yes, I love numbers, but there's about 1 billion people on, LinkedIn alone. But there's 4.8 billion people on social media. So you're missing out on the other 3.8 billion that are on Twitch, that are on Spaces, that are on Facebook, that are on YouTube, that are on TikTok. And why would you not spend your time more effectively utilizing technology to its benefits? And look, when I mention technology, we get it. A lot of people don't know technology as well as they come off saying that they do. You would be amazed of how many times we've had conversations with people that claim to fame they know about, technology and about AI, and we get behind the curtains and it's like, hold on. Maybe you don't know technology is as vast as you've been saying it, because it becomes a hiccup. It becomes a real, nuisance for some people, especially hard with the mindset of, what, I don't know how to do this. This is hard. This isn't for me. And we get in this mental capacity of not wanting to learn new things. And more importantly, guys, reading. And I say this not to talk bad about anybody, but more so talk bad about my own self. I share this with you guys because that was my ass. I was that person where new technology, that's not my setup. That's not my cup of tea. Nope, this isn't for me. And I would be out the window and I would go back to doing the old school ways, which didn't work. And so I say that for anybody else that's out there having that same, situation and having that same mindset, especially as times are changing now, we encourage you guys all to really buckle up and understand that, this technology is coming faster than you can possibly imagine. Us growing up, we are accustomed to things maybe going a little bit slower, but I'm here to share with you, it's moving faster and faster. If you guys have just, realized we're past ChatGPT almost 2 years ago, and there's thousands of other AI tools that most people don't know about that you guys could be implementing in your business right now to give you back your time and to help you, work on your business other than work in your business, is just by implementing these simple AI tools that we continue to share with you guys. And we encourage you guys, go to our amazing Biz in a Box. We have an actual guide with over 35 different AI tools that you can implement into your business and really be able to, find some things in there that you can be able to put, forward. So that's StreamYard in a nutshell. And so, baby, let me try to pull it up for people. And we encourage you guys, look, I'm going to do this for people since nobody's joined us. First person to join us into our Hello Plaza Metaverse, right? And you just take a screenshot wherever you are, and then you just tag us. I will give you a free access into our Pivot membership, and I'll give you a free one-on-one hour of our time to help you within your business. So ready, set, go. Okay. And so it's literally going to thehellllc.io and pressing 4 buttons. And we'll see you when you join us in here. Tara's in here. I'm in here. And you literally can see it because we've been talking about this for, almost 2 years now. We've been talking about the metaverse. And now it is getting to the point where people are going to be forced to learn these things, kind of like you were forced to learn how to, do the email, kind of like you were forced to learn how to do text messages, kind of like you were forced to try to use Zoom. And now looking back at it, you're like, it wasn't that hard and it's been so much beneficial.
Well, the beautiful thing that I think that, the metaverse is non-comparable to what audio rooms are.
Yeah.
It's not apples to apples. And the reason why I say that is because in audio rooms, outside of Chatter, and Chatter's still obviously in beta and still working through some of their things that they're working on. But, outside of that, audio rooms, you can't share your screen.
Yeah.
You can't be, throw up a visual aid while you're talking. You can't throw up a slideshow. You can't throw up, a YouTube video. You can't throw up any of these resources, tools, or things that you could utilize while you're having a class, having a room, sharing with the audience. I mean, even if you guys are just sitting around on a fun Friday afternoon and not even talking about anything in specific, and you're just kind of like, oh, what was that song? You can throw up a web page and you can Google it together. Like, that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand, is that this is the next level up. And because it's different, we get it. We understand that people are like, I'm not so sure about this, because it's different. It's new. You haven't been there. And so this is why we encourage people just to go out there the same way that you're accessing it from LinkedIn right now from your phone. Same way you could go into Metaverse from your phone. It is an app based. And the thing that kind of makes me giggle is that people are going to be moving, around from, social audios now that, especially LinkedIn audio is no longer, they're going to go download another app. Why would you not download an app that allows you the visual? And guys, we share this because, if and this is a marketing kind of, most people know this, that you only have about 7 to 8 seconds to gather people's attention, with whether they're scrolling through Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You only get 7 to 8 seconds to capture that attention. And so what you might not realize, though, is that Metaverse, immersive realities like this, whether you're experiencing it from your phone, your laptop, your iPad, or your VR headsets, because you can do all of them, you get 9 minutes. So 7 to 8 seconds to 9 minutes. That is massive. And so why is that important? Because we know people's attention spans are not there like they used to, because we have that scrolling feature. And now when you get into an immersive environment like ours right now, it's decorated for the holidays. So it has snow falling, there's Christmas lights up, there's, gingerbread homes done, we have a hot air balloon, we've got golf carts, we have Santa Claus where you could come in and take your picture with Santa. There's all these immersive fun things. You can play chess while you're listening. You can do all these fun things while you're in the same room listening. And that's why it captures that attention and keeps it there. It's kind of like, your guys, for anybody who has kids, what captures their attention. Usually it's technology, right? But sometimes something, like a toy or whatever will capture their attention. And all of a sudden you'll just be like, what captured your attention? Because usually you're like from one thing to another thing to another thing to another thing. And so this is the same experience of all of a sudden you found something that's pretty cool and it's immersive, and you can, ride around in the golf cart, you can walk through a house, you can sit down on the stool, you can, talk to Frosty the Snowman, you can talk to the AI avatars, you can go tell Santa what you want for Christmas. I mean, there's so many things, and that's the difference between audio and moving into Web3. I was sharing this over the weekend. We just obviously got done with a holiday weekend. And for those that know us, outside of just doing Web3 things, and being a Web3 agency and helping businesses with their Web3 needs, we also help Web2 or businesses, set up their systems and their foundations and their processes in Web2. Meaning, if you're not online, we help you get online before you fall behind, because you cannot pivot into Web3 and experience Web3 if you're not even got your business or your services or your products online. So I say that because my brother calls me this weekend and he's having a conversation with me, and it's about the FinTech side of Web3. My point why I'm sharing this with everybody is because it's here. It's at our doorsteps, and people don't fully understand it. And that is what our role as Hello LLC is to bring awareness and to show you how easy it is to experience and come in and do different things and be a part of different communities within the metaverse, not just ours. You can go explore and find a multitude. It's just like wandering the halls of LinkedIn audio, of Clubhouse, Chatter, TikTok lives. It's like wandering those halls as well, going, what conversation, what community do I want to plug in and be a part of tonight? And so I'm sharing this, guys, with you because it's here. It's at our doorsteps. And I have been sharing more and more often with people that the analogy is that you're walking from your driveway, which your driveway, your car, and outside your house is Web 2, and your house is Web 3. And where are we at in this transition? You have 1 foot inside the threshold of Web 3, and you have 1 foot in the threshold of Web 2. That is where we are between the transition. A lot of people don't realize that because they make it so easy and not require special equipment, technical equipment like VR headsets, right? And because they're starting to make it easy for people to bridge that gap, i.e., you're all using FinTech, financial technology right now, which is a part of Web3. What is that? PayPal, Venmos, Stripe, any of those, Cash App, any of those peer-to-peer payment systems, that's financial technology. So my point being is we're using Web3, guys, and you all don't realize it. And so don't be scared to come into the metaverse. Don't be scared. Don't think that's just for the kids, because people are starting to realize this is where we can have business communities. This is where we can have personal communities. This is where we can have professional communities. This can be where we have hobby communities, whatever it is that you want and you want to create, that's what you get to do. The sky is not the limit anymore. There's so much in it to be able to go do. And so I hope that helps people understand that Web3 is not the future. The Web3 is here. It's not in the future. It's not coming. It's not, we'll see it in a couple of years. It's here now. And this being able to bridge the gap between you using your cell phone to get into Web3, to utilize all of these Web3 services that you didn't realize, you thought that there was just the evolution. Well, that's the evolution from 2 to 3. So that's where we're at. And that's why, it's something that you want to come do. It's something you want to take advantage of and come check it out. It's free. Why not? Why would you not come check it out and do things and be able to be a part of a discovery of whatever floats your fancy? If you're into painting, you might be able to come in like Miss Roberta Pacino that is in here. She has her art gallery. You can go to different galleries in here. If you're a painter and you like to, or even if you're just a art enthusiast and you want to, come see different people's artwork, you can do that. You can come in and shop malls. You can come in and sit in on, I wouldn't say lectures, but the old lecture halls that you would have a professor talking and sharing. You can come do that. Or you can create your own space and send everybody a link, the same link that you send to everybody on LinkedIn audio, the same way that you invite people that way, you can do it this way. And so nothing changes. It's just everything changes in a great way. Back to you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, no, that's a great concept, that we're already going to have to be doing something different. And, Miss Christine Bailey, one of our VIP members that joined us for our masterclass, she asked an amazing question. She said, what's the difference between StreamYard and Vase's Go Brunch?
There you go.
Right? And so I'll answer this in a very easy way. First of all, for those of you that are watching us in our metaverse room, Go Brunch is one static back page with a concert setting or a room setting or a boardroom setting that has holes picked out of it, that then your picture, like you show up on here, or you can take yourself off of camera. That is Go Brunch. It is a glorified Zoom, to be completely 100. I've been hearing people talk about it's virtual. If we're calling Zoom virtual, then okay, but it's definitely not metaverse. It's definitely not the future. It's more so of a halfway step, in Zoom to where we are now. So unless actual Go Brunch is being able to do what I'm doing right now in this room, where your actual circle and avatar can walk around and you have snow dropping down. You can come in here and have golf carts. Go Brunch can have a screen like I am now that's interactive. And Go Brunch definitely doesn't have, where you can teleport from one floor to the next. This, my friends, is a true immersive reality experience where you show up in a full avatar and not just a circle.
And I would add that, when the question asked of what is the difference between StreamYard and Go Brunch, it's apples to oranges. And the reason why I share that is it's not a comparison. Go Brunch is the location that people go to meet in. Our Hello Plaza is a place people go to meet in. You have all of these different, you can meet in StreamYard, but then you're going to have to bring people up on stage, and they can't just watch from behind the scenes. I mean, they can if you paid for the upgraded version.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of apples to oranges when making that comparison, because Go Brunch is a different, it's a platform versus a medium to share your platform. So StreamYard is going to be the medium that shares your platform to different platforms. It's the restream. It's the toggle between where you're at and then sharing it out to different platforms, so that way they can join in. And so that's the difference of what it is. But like Mr. Jones was sharing about Go Brunch is very similar to a Zoom. If you've ever noticed Zoom, as they have been evolving as well, it's a place where you can let people come in. Zoom's now added like avatars, and they have green screens. And that's what Go Brunch essentially is a green screen that allows your avatars to come in and just be placed differently. And so it's the setup, the template is a little different from what an actual Zoom is, right? And so that's kind of the difference between there. You also can't, I have heard people share, with us that, Go Brunch has been considered Metaverse. And I would have to just politely disagree.
Nowhere near.
Because Metaverse is an immersive reality. And so Zoom is not immersive. Go Brunch is not immersive. StreamYard is not immersive. LinkedIn audio is not immersive. These things are not immersive. And what does that mean? It means that you're not able to do what David's doing right now by walking my avatar around through the house, up to Santa Claus, through the mall, over to the golf carts. That's where you're able to actually freely move around a space.
I tell you what, can Go Brunch drop a golf cart in its 3D immersive world? I don't think so. Okay.
Nor can you jump in and drive it around. And so that's the difference between the two. It doesn't take away from anybody. It's just that we have to share that education and sharing with people what things really are. The education is the value there, where we can understand what the difference is instead of we're labeling things where they're incorrectly, because then that gives people incorrect experiences. And then just like, for instance, let's say Yelp, you're looking for a restaurant to go out to this weekend, and you go down Yelp and you find an amazing restaurant, and you jump into the reviews and someone says, oh, this is a seafood house and it was amazing. And all of a sudden you show up and it's a steakhouse, and it has outside of shrimp, they don't have any seafood. Yeah. Well, you would be disappointed because someone shared with you something that it was different. Well, to them, seafood was shrimp. Yeah. But you had an assumption that it was going to be lobsters and crabs and shrimps and scallops and, octopus and everything that you can have in the seafood realm, fish. And so that's kind of the same analogy when we're sharing with people that Zoom is an immersive experience, because we've heard that too. Oh, it's like a metaverse. No, not so much. And so that's why we share with you guys what it truly is, so that way you have an awareness and you have an understanding. And guess what, guys? The difference comes down to that 7 seconds versus 9 minutes. That's huge. So back to you, Mr. Jones.
Yeah, and one of the things that we would love to share with people, hey, Miss Jonetta, she's in our Metaverse room, is, one of the things that you guys should definitely be aware about is our actual Hello Plaza storefront. Right. We just got off amazing, holiday sale, Black Friday sale, where you could, get your storefront for almost 40% off. And when we do talk about the metaverse and especially these audio rooms, let me just paint this picture for you in a completely different way, because we can talk about it, but it's also about giving examples for people as well. So prime example, let's go to Mac Leadership. Mac Leadership with Miss Merlin Clark. She's now able to tell people, go to my amazing biz in a box. That's more than a website, more than, an actual, a whole bunch of pictures and writing. She's now able to say, hey, go to my biz in a box. And guess what? You can go to Metaverse from your phone right now, where she can say, hey, go check out my membership, go check out my disc, my disc platform, go get a copy of my free book, go and, book in a consultation with me as well. And for those of you that are utilizing Zoom to meet with your clients, not only can you utilize the metaverse to replace your audio rooms, but now you can say, hey, come meet me in my actual backroom studio for my Zoom meetings and my podcasts and or my book launch or any type of event that I want to be able to present. And this is where StreamYard and our metaverse comes into play, because now you don't have to show up on StreamYard, put your camera on, put your cheesy face on. You literally can broadcast, your actual storefront like we are right here. And all of you could come in here and meet us in here and unmute yourself and talk like we were doing in our audio rooms. But I can tell you what, this right here is a whole lot better than an audio room where we get to walk around in an avatar and see things in a completely different way. And I'll even do you one step better. Miss Roberta Pacino, Al Pacino's sister. She's an amazing artist. She gets to now say, hey, come into, my actual metaverse storefront, check out my Etsy store, check out my painting. Then when she does her podcast, there's amazing Kiss of Fame podcast, she's able to click this button right here, right, where it says go and visit, right, my actual event. And then it's going to ask you to travel. And now this, my friends, is where you get to be able to tell people, hey, come meet me in my back room. And so this is where you now get to, take your actual audio room to a completely different level. And especially for Miss Roberta, she's now able to tell people, hey, come check out my amazing artwork. Come check out my amazing podcast. She now can replay her podcast in her actual metaverse room that she can now put on her actual biz in a box and say, hey, just don't go listen to my podcast on Spotify. Now come into my actual 3D immersive world and watch the podcast as well. That screen that you see at the very top right there that says Kiss of Fame, that now changes into her actual share screen. So like we were in these old crusty, dusty audio rooms, right? You weren't able to share a screen at the very top. How amazing would it be if you were talking about your book? If you were like Miss Lisa, she does amazing rooms on Metapause and, Mistress Cycles and, just your actual body. If she's able to showcase a screen in the rooms that now she can show and say, hey, look at this, because we all talk about, oh, I'm a visual person. There's no visual effect in this audio room that you guys are in on LinkedIn or on our actual, these older class, social audio rooms. Now, utilizing the metaverse, it's one to many. There's so many opportunities that now takes you in a completely different way that you can showcase your business without you even being there. And this is something that we shared with you guys earlier is our actual chat bots that we have now created that now you don't have to be there. You now literally can have your chat bot in your actual metaverse room that can do all the talking for you. And so as we continue to share, time is our only competition. And this isn't something that is just new. It's a new concept. I want you guys all to understand. Nike already has made $121 million utilizing a 3D immersive environment, showcasing their products or services, especially, with the younger generation. And I want you all to understand the average age of the world is 30 years old. And so if you're planning to be in business longer than 10 years, as they say, get hip, right? You remember how we all used to tell our parents that don't be using
Let me
that
cook,
word?
bro. Let me cook,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, right. And even now, I'm finding myself like, damn, I don't know none of these new slang words, and it's you got to keep up. And this is the same thing in our technology that we continue to share. And now these companies are forcing us to make this transition, especially as LinkedIn. And I'll just say this: a lot of the times, utilizing LinkedIn audio rooms, right? We talk about, the experience. A lot of the times, people couldn't come up. People couldn't be heard. There was a lot of tech issues that we had with LinkedIn, and it became more of a nuisance. Some people would get kicked out of their own rooms, whatever it may be. This right here creates a completely different experience. And so, Miss Christine, I would love it if you could come up here, introduce yourself, share with us more, because you've been in our metaverse world, and we even do our actual meetings in the metaverse, where I don't meet our clients on Zoom anymore. We meet our clients in our actual 3D immersive world, where they can come and join us and be a part of this event, from their actual cell phone or their laptop, or if they do have their VR headsets. And so, instead of me and Tara talking about it, Miss Christine, welcome on up. If you would share with the people, your experience, and about the metaverse and how you see this being completely different, towards compared to the audio rooms. Talk to us, ma'am.
Well, hello, everyone. First of all, I would just like to say that the metaverse world is so completely different than the audio rooms. My first experience was simply amazing. Like David said, I never got kicked out. Um, is just the experience within itself is amazing. And every time I go in, it's mind blowing to me, because there's more things that's been added. And me being an author, I am looking forward to the privilege of what David and Tara is going to be able to do for me in the metaverse world. So you most definitely will not go wrong with the metaverse world, because it's simply amazing. And
Yeah,
I stand behind it 110%.
yeah. And so, Miss Christine, you can go brunch in metaverse, in our Hello Plaza. Which one would you definitely say gives you a better experience?
I would have to say metaverse. There are some things in the Go Brunch that I really do not care about, because, like, when you're on stage, for example, you cannot see anyone in the audience once you go on stage. And I like to be able to see people while I'm on stage. And then you're unable to like communicate, with you're unable to type and everything. You can't share the messages, not unless you're just sharing messages on stage between one another. So it's different. uh, to each his own is good. It has its pros and cons, but I most definitely like the metaverse better, though.
Yeah, and you guys definitely have to go and learn more about Miss Christine Bailey. Your AI Motion Works, ma'am, is about to be out as well. If you could please do share with the rest of the world to know who you are, what you do. Mi casa is su casa, so tell the world. Let's go, ma'am.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. My name is Christine Bailey. I am a second time author. Uh, my first book I had published was Mustard Seed Faith to Unshakable Faith. My second book is No God, No Peace, No God, No Peace. Both of those books are testimonials of my life and what I have been through, and health wise, uh, emotionally, physically, mentally. that God was able to deliver me from. So I am now working on my third book, and I am looking forward to actually publishing that book this time on my own instead of going through a publishing company. So,
Yeah. We cannot wait for that for sure. To be able to, help you out on that. And that's something that, we talk about from the very beginning, not just this metaverse, but your actual, foundation is key. And this is where we help people out with building their foundation from their systems and, really putting the 2D place world in order to be able to move you over to the 3D immersive world, especially with showcasing your business, talking about your business, and then, marketing your business, because you don't have a business if you don't talk about your business. And this metaverse allows you all that really don't want to get in front of the camera, right? You don't have a lot of content or things that, you can take pictures of, this, that, and other. But I'm just here to tell you right now, us being in this metaverse room, we have content on content on content coming out of our ears with all the different things we can build, all the different things we can create in this world that makes it, so much better to have the metaverse. And this is where we encourage you guys, come get a demo with us, because 86% of people do not know what the metaverse is. It's not for fun. It's not for games. This is literally your new office. This is literally your new business brick and mortar store. This is literally your new way to get global attention to your brand and being able to capture people's attention, as Tara was able to share with you guys earlier. Nobody's really spending a whole bunch of time looking at TikToks, looking at LinkedIn, looking at Spaces, looking at, there's so many different social media platforms that we're all fighting for, where now we have this centralized hub that people can come to 24/7, whether Tara and I are here or not. It literally allows us to expand our branding. When you guys hear about the Hello LLC, I'm more than certain, those are the guys that have that metaverse room that I still haven't went into, and I still haven't pressed those 4 buttons, just like I downloaded LinkedIn, Facebook, Zoom, all these apps. I need to go experience it and really check it out, especially after this dude just offered a free membership into our Pivot membership. So it's still open, anybody that wants that. But Miss Bethany, Miss Mary, if you would, if you have any questions, unmic yourself, share with us, ma'am, talk to us.
Yeah, hi. I've got a StreamYard and I've just come in sort of like halfway through, so a bit lost of what you're saying, but I've got part of the gist. So you saying that this new thing with StreamYard, because mine has just run out and I've got to renew it in a things, but I've been using it for my podcasts and that. So are you saying that it's added tools now, and this audio is going to go away and it's a better way?
Great question. So let me back up so I can get you all caught up. So LinkedIn, right, that we're all on now, or most of us are on here now, is no longer allowing us to do these rooms that we're doing right now. Go into your profile, create an event, and have it on an audio to where we have this actual facing. Literally, I believe we might be the last room, because yesterday was the last day you could do it unless you have one scheduled beforehand. So this is going away. What you will need to do moving forward is you will need to find to be able to do a live event with LinkedIn. Those 3 that we know of is StreamYard, Restream, or Riverside. Those are third-party applications that will be able to sync into LinkedIn for you to come in live utilizing your camera, or you put yourself off of camera and you just have a circle of your face or your logo, whatever it is. What we are sharing with you all is that you can still utilize one of those 3, but instead of you just showcasing your face, let's also add to your actual platform an actual metaverse world, right? Or a metaverse room. You can join our Hello Plaza storefront. You can actually rent out our Hello Plaza that we're in now, because we have some amazing sales that are going on, or build out a customized room for yourself, for your business. But this in itself allows you to take your social audio rooms, right? Video rooms to a whole new level, implementing this
Get it.
particular type of
I get it.
technology.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay. So what are you currently utilizing now?
Well, I'm using StreamYard for when I do my podcast and I do the recordings, but I was thinking about doing audio rooms. But obviously now that, as you say, I foresaw that I didn't start my audios because I foresaw that this was going to happen with LinkedIn. And that, so I've waited a while to see which is up there. And with the, as you said earlier, with the technology that's going fast and AI, I'm not a lover of AI, I must admit, but I also know it's a tool for people. But that's my own personal opinion on certain things. So I guess it's something that I will take up, but not fully.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, any of you all that want, a tour of the metaverse, me and Tara, we give away tours. Go into our link in our bio, book a discovery call, and let's give you
Yeah,
a
I
tour.
think I would do that. I would definitely do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Forward. We've just been on Forbes Riley speaking training with Pitch to Pro, and that would be really cool to think that I could set something up and then it would be different because I don't think anyone is doing. Not everyone's going to be doing it out there.
You're absolutely spot on. Prime example, those of you that are in the network marketing industry or know about that, there's an amazing event that's called GoPro. And Eric Worre does this event every year. He's doing it actually this weekend on the 6th and 7th, where he brings in all these amazing speakers. And this event used to be in Vegas. And this event would be, 3 to 4 days, and it would be extravagant. But then the pandemic hit, and they needed to find another way to continue this event. They took it to a virtual event, which a lot of these events that you guys have to admit are virtual event. Please explain to me why they haven't went back. A lot of them, such as GoPro, have not went back to these large extravagant events because they understand technology. Why would I have it to where people have to come to me in Vegas, the travel time, the effort, and all of that, when I can have this one event and now I can get people from globally around the world, and they don't make stadiums for, millions of people, just like Travis Scott.
You're a long way from me.
Yeah, right. And so, that is the great benefit of being able to do these virtual events. And I even share with people, why do you think social audio rooms became so famous? Because we were able to be all around the world and be on one channel. And this room alone is like we're in one atmosphere. When people say, oh, I don't know if the metaverse is going to feel like we're so connected or disconnected. What are you talking about? This room right now, we're not in the same place. You come in here with an avatar, you can show your face, you can, create, different experiences. It's 50% more engaging than any other type of experience. So I'll definitely put in the details, our actual calendar, where if you guys do want to book, a complimentary demo with us, please do that instead of sitting here like most people. And I'm gonna bring up something that might sting some people. A lot of people said the same thing about Bitcoin. A lot of people said, oh no, not this crypto, not this, that, and the other. And just in the last week, it has went cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and a lot of people have been eating crow.
A lot of people have said this about vehicles.
A lot of people said this about dishwashers.
Gas-powered cars.
A lot of people said this about the internet.
Yes.
And we are in that same phase to where people are putting their nose up, talking about that's for the kids, just like you did with Facebook, just like you did with Instagram, just like a lot of people did with LinkedIn when LinkedIn first came out. Oh, that's for the kids. And you got on it because you saw the benefit. And here we are again, facing that same transition of the unknown. And until you know, and until you experience it, and you step in here and you from your phone, your laptop, or your iPad, and you're gonna be like, hey, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. So if you're utilizing Zoom in any capacity of your business, you should definitely be looking at the metaverse.
Absolutely. So,
Here's a question.
yes,
Yeah, yeah.
ma'am.
Here's a question, and I've been listening to audio rooms because I have a brain injury, so I don't always want to be on camera, like you said. I have made more clients and more connections in the audio rooms than I have in Zooms.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's 93% in most rooms I've been in.
Yeah.
Yeah, you hit it on the head.
That's it. That's that right there. I couldn't rephrase it, reclassify it. That is the gold right there, because it is the connectivity that we get to kind of feel like ourselves when we don't have to feel like we're on camera. I mean, how many of you know that Zoom bobblehead? How many of you get on the Zoom and you like have your camera on and you've got that
cheesing away,
cheesy bob going on? I do it. This is why I'm talking about it, because I'm the one like just cheesing away with a smile and bobbing my head, yes. And we'll get off, and David's like, "You can stop now," and I'm like, "I know, but I'm just kind of. We've been doing it for an hour, and I'm just kind of still here bobbing." And so, I think what it is that we get to be, we feel safe to be ourselves in audio rooms because we don't have to show our face visually, and so we don't have to worry about our body language. We don't have to worry about what our face is looking like. We don't have to worry about if we're falling asleep or not paying attention. We don't have that extra level of stress added to it that being on video or being in person adds. It's just the truth. We know it. We've experienced, all of us have experienced it, especially since we were pre-2020 to now after 2020, and you've experienced that. And like you said, I've connected with so many more people, being through an audio version versus a live on camera version, whether it's Zoom or lives, Facebook Lives or something like that. And that's just because it's comfortability. I'm making up words now, but yeah. So.
And not only that, the great thing about utilizing this also is, like we shared, the screen that I have in the background. I can change this to our YouTube. I can change this, to a live streaming event. I can do whatever I want to. You can't do that on audio rooms. And the great thing about it is, a prime example of me and Miss Jonetta wanted to come back here, to the back of the actual room, which is why this is so amazing, is that me and Miss Jonetta could come over here to the side, and instead of people having to, hey, book a time in my schedule, guess what? Me and Miss Jonetta could come right over here in the corner, and we could have a conversation to ourselves, and the rest of the room would not be able to hear it. Where I could give my opening pitch, I could share more information, I could literally share my screen if I wanted to as well. And guess what? If I had another metaverse room, just like the rest of our clients do, they can literally say, hey, you know what? Let's leave right now and let me go share with you more in my actual storefront. So this eliminates that time to book a time in my schedule. Let's see when you have available. No, you're in this room. I'm in this room. Hey, you got an extra 5 minutes? Yeah, I got an extra 5 minutes, right? Michael is in here right now running around, where Michael could literally be able to come right here, and go into, Miss Buttons Up, Biz in a Box. If you go to Miss Cleo's, set yourself free storefront right here just by hitting F, and it takes her into the storefront. And so this provides so many different opportunities to speed up light. If you think it, we can create it, and that's what the metaverse allows us to do, is create and think about it, and get to do it, to where we can really eliminate that time, especially as a business owner. And I'm gonna share with you guys this. Me sitting here in this room, my computer literally stays open. And when people pop into our actual Hello Plaza, I'm able to say, hey, how you doing? And then even more importantly, we have these avatars for those of you that are watching us live, right? On our actual screen, we have these avatars that people can walk up to, and they can either talk to the actual avatar, right? Like this lady, or you can actually text this person. And so we're putting AI chatbots, right, into your actual space to where you don't have to be there.
And these chatbots are, educated on what your business or your brand or your offerings or whatever it is that you are sharing with the public that you want them to learn more about. You're able to customize that to where when someone walks up, it's like, well, tell me about who Hello LLC is. The chat bot will share more, whether it's in writing or verbally, depending on which one you walk up to. What are their services? What do they specialize in? What is this place that I'm standing in now? You can ask all these different questions. What's Tara's favorite color? It's probably just going to make up a color because I don't think I ever told it. But, at that point, I guess I got to go put in our frequently asked questions. What's your favorite food? Lasagna.
Enchiladas.
Yeah. But we digress. But the point being is you can set these chatbots up to, and they can be jokesters. They can have a little bit of a comedy, routine where they can kind of make things funny. They can be super professional where, it's just buttoned up and very to the T, and put your best foot forward. It is whatever you like. And that's the glory of this. And that is why we share with people that, these tools, especially Web3 tools, are really allowing you to kind of be able to work smarter, not harder. And we understand, just like Miss Bethan up here was sharing, that she's not a fan of AI, but that's just her personal preference. That's not for everybody's preference, right? And that's the beautiful thing about this, is that you can get in and share and be a part of it to what your comfortability level is. And I would share this as well. It's just like, we host a few podcasts. We host our podcast in the Metaverse, but we also help a couple of our clients host their podcasts in the Metaverse just because they like us to do the camera crew stuff behind the scenes. But they're capable of doing it themselves as well by just being able to, host their own podcast. So Miss Roberta Pacino, Al Pacino's sister, she hosts her podcast in Metaverse here. Miss Cleo Michaels, she has a Set Yourself Free coaching business, and so she has her podcast in here. There is a few other ones that we've stumbled across too, but it's kind of a new frontier. And not everybody's in here. And how cool is that to kind of add that to your realm and say, or your repertoire, and say, I'm in the Metaverse and my podcast is in the Metaverse now as well. Yeah, you can find me on any traditional place, podcast platform that you love to listen to your favorite podcast at. You can also catch me live in the Metaverse doing it and be able to be a part of the in studio or watch the replay, and that's the beautiful thing about it, because it can capture that. And so you can replay it, all week if you wanted to, until your next podcast, or all month, whatever that is. So there's so many possibilities. I know when David and I jumped in here and walked around, the first time we did, which was many years ago, our brains just kind of exploded because we realized that we thought Metaverse was just for kids. We thought that is where kids go to play games. That's where, there's the Roblox, there's, my niece and nephew, they want, money so they can go buy digital assets in there. It's nothing but games, and I'm not interested because we have a business to run. And the first time somebody took us on a tour and showed us the possibilities, it wasn't even about what they shared. It was just showing us the space, and our brains exploded because we realized there were people with gyms in there that were personal trainers, and they were meeting their clients all over the world in their Metaverse gyms. And there's a capability, if you want to be on camera, like if someone needs to see your form or something, you can have that feature on if you want to, but you don't have to, because your avatar is there and you are being able to control your avatar and do what you need to with your avatar. There was, vitamin stores, there was coaching stores, there was apparel shops, people that were sharing their apparel. It was so many different things that people had going on. There was a comedy club that somebody had opened, and was, if you were a comedian, you could come up on open mic night. There was a gentleman who was a DJ on the weekends, and so he loved to come in the evenings. That was his release, was just to come in and create a little DJ spot, and he would be spinning his DJ tracks.
Yeah, like a lot of you guys go to Miss Margaret's, the jam. a lot of you are just sitting there listening to the music. Imagine you being able to go into an actual immersive environment and you actually get to see the video of the music that she's playing, and you guys can come in here and dance, right? You definitely can, do this, brunch with your avatar and have it dance around. I can assure you that.
Your avatar, Macarena, church butter, running
Different things.
you can load your backpack up with things in your backpack, your digital assets. You can take things out, share with people. You can, again, share a screen. So if you need to share something from your computer or your phone, you can do the yeehaw dance, whatever she was just doing right there. So there's just so many things that are kind of different. And again, guys, this is not to beat up anybody. This is not like, the metaverse is superior than anything. That's not that type of conversation. What we are doing is bringing awareness that we are already in Web3. There's Web3 tools being implemented in every day of your life. I shared some of those earlier, which is where you're using the Cash Apps, the PayPal, the Stripes, the Squares, Venmo, whatever it is to pay other businesses, other clients, pay services, or pay peer-to-peer, send money peer-to-peer. You're utilizing it in, Zoom is starting to try to, implement avatars because they understand that everybody is moving into a space. IKEA just opened up a store in the metaverse, guys, to where you can literally shop like you do at IKEA. How many of us have been to IKEA? You got to go up the escalator or whatever it is, and you shop the big old winding maze. And by the time you get to the checkout, you definitely need to stop at their cafeteria because you are hungry by that time. But you can check out with a physical cashier. That's the same thing that they've replicated in the metaverse. So you can go in, you can shop, you can do the whole entire experience, pick things up, look at it, try them on if they're, some sort of physical apparel, and then you take it to the cashier and you check out. And those cashiers, guys, are actual people that were hired by IKEA to be a virtual cashier. And so that is a real life human on the other side of that avatar that's checking you out. And so that's the future of where we're going. And we experienced that when 2020 came around and we were all thrusted into this technology, the Amazon effect, ordering your groceries on, a pickup service where you pulled up to the parking lot number and you called in or let them know you were there, and bada bing, bada boom, your order, got loaded to the back of your, trunk. That's where the evolution is happening. And that's why, a lot of people have seen Metaverse goggles, headsets. Their kids want them. They wanted them a couple years ago, and they think, oh, maybe Metaverse is dead and gone. No, it's the evolution of it. They always will start out with the evolution at a marketing to the children, because at the end of the day, kids are very persuasive. And they're easy to persuade. And so why not bring them in to play games? So then they can go ask their mom for a headset or their dad for Christmas for a headset. And, oh, I want some digital assets. And so it always starts with that marketing category. And then it starts to expand into business and professional settings, because obviously us as adults is what I meant to say. We're all humans, I hope.
The alien war didn't happen today, so we're good. The alien war
did not happen today. So anyways, the point being is, as adults, we're pretty busy, pretty, go. And we don't always have the openness to new things like this, like children do. And so that is why, a lot of people thought Metaverse was just for the kids, and it's not. Just like you thought Facebook, MySpace. How many of you remember MySpace? If you're a Gen X, a millennial, you'll know what MySpace is. If you're younger than that, you'll be like, what's MySpace? But how many of you remember it starting there? And then Facebook came around and you're like, I'm not going over to Facebook because all the kids are over there. And then everybody went over to Facebook. And then Instagram, and then it went to TikTok. So it's an evolution, and this is what happens. And there's usually resistance before the acceptance, and so and it's okay. That's why we're here to share what we share.
Well, the crazy thing is that when we got introduced to the metaverse, which we're not doing none of this, is that we had a young lady named Chocolate Storm. She was a comedian, and she came into our rooms and she said, "David, Tara, you guys have a business. This would be absolutely amazing for you guys to take your business into the metaverse."
She's like, "Why are you not there?"
Yeah, she's like, "Why are you not there?" And we're like, we don't know what you're talking about. We're in the social audio room. We're doing this. We're doing that. We don't have time for that. This is something completely different. Why would we do that? And let me tell you guys something. Tara finally bought these headsets. And she bought it. Once again, when I share the story, you guys do not need your headsets to get into our Hello Plaza metaverse. Okay? You can join right now on the same crusty, dusty phone you're looking at right now.
We got crusty, dusty phones too. Don't worry.
And so, this is where we bought the actual Oculus headsets, and Tara put them on, and she was setting them up, and she dropped into one world, and then she handed them over to me, and I was like, "Holy shit! What is this? Oh my God." And before I took the headsets off, Tara had said, "I already ordered my own because we're not going to be able to share this one. We're not sharing this one headset."
We had the intention of sharing.
We had the intention of sharing that one headset, and it wasn't possible. And we share that with you guys because I know when I first jumped into the metaverse, guys, I was in the metaverse 12, 16 hours a day, nonstop.
I just sleep and he's being there. I'm like, whatever.
I'm still in there figuring out, this metaverse. So when people talk about metaverse, your first question to them needs to be, okay, have you put on the Oculus headsets? Yes or no? No, you're automatically disqualified. 2, how long did you spend in the metaverse? An hour, 2 hours, 3 hours? You spent some hours in there? Okay, perfect. What did you go do? Did you go play Batman? Did you go play, the Candy Crush? Did you go play the shooting games? What'd you go do? Okay? And if they can't answer any of those questions, or they just went to go play those games, then they did not look at the metaverse from a business aspect of how business can be conducted utilizing the metaverse.
Why is that important, Mr. Jones?
That is very important because it's different mindsets. It's very two different mindsets. It's kind of like getting a brand new toy for Christmas and you play for it for a little bit, and then the next week it's in the trash or it's obsolete and you went back to doing the same old thing, right? And that's the difference. Whereas if you go into the metaverse, understanding how you can pivot your business into the metaverse, how you can showcase your products, how you can showcase your webinars, your master classes, right? Being able to separate yourself, which just blows me away. Every single last one of us as entrepreneurs want to separate ourselves, want to be able to distinct ourselves from our competition. Although right now, as we continue to share with you guys, with this metaverse, there is no such thing as competition because there's enough abundance out here for us all. As you see in our metaverse world, we have Miss Roberta Pacino, we have Leah Garcia, we have Cleo Michael, we have Astonished Pearls, we have other businesses that are within the Hello Plaza that they can introduce their actual business, and we all get to win together, right? Because not everybody's doing the same thing, and guess what? If you are doing the same thing that somebody else is doing, then why would it matter? Right? Because it's different strokes for different folks, and that person might like you better than they like me. And we get that in our own business. Oh, I'd rather talk to Tara other than talk to David. David's the bad cop. Tara's the good cop.
David is the 2x4 between your eyeballs. Tara is the one, all right, let me pick you up, dust you off, and, sugarcoat it for you so it doesn't, smack you between the eyeballs. But yes, that is the difference. But, guys, it is, this has been an amazing conversation because it brings the awareness. It brings forward, the awareness of what's going on.
Hold on, baby. You can't be there.
Oh, down there. At the bottom. Hold on. There you go. Right there. There we go. Oh. 1 second, guys. We had a slight audio there. See, LinkedIn has already given up. It's already kicking the audio rooms off of the. It's already kicking the audio rooms off of the.
Here, I'll take this.
Yeah, take that with you. Oh, because it brought me back up. And so now I have to. Yeah,
Okay.
1 second. Here we go, guys. See, audio. Look, LinkedIn audio is already like goodbye. You guys got to go. There you go. I think we're back. Jack. But today's been a great conversation just about understanding the power of evolution, and that this is why it's important to be omnipresent. Why you need to be, across multiple platforms. Yes, we have been talking a lot about Metaverse today. Yes, we are partial and biased to it because we're in it every day. We love it. And we wish other people would get to see it on a daily basis. But this is why we share about it. This is why we show it. This is why we, share the experience of it. But it doesn't take away from being across multiple platforms at once. That's the true message here, is to make sure that if you're building a community on one platform, for instance, LinkedIn Audio, and you build a great community there, be sure that you're collecting some sort of ability to share with them if you ever have to move. So for right now, if you guys ever want to know where we're going to be at, you can come join us at thehellollc.io. That's our link. And you can learn anything and everything about us. But for the instance of, there we go again. I tell you, see, it's just a dive in, dive out. But my point being is that collect information, and a lot of people don't like to give up their emails. Let's just call a spade because people spam people's emails with a lot of stuff. You guys, we were just laughing at ourselves because the last time somebody got an email from us was a blanket email like about our promotions was last holiday season. We don't spam people. If you're in our email system, you'll get follow-up emails on, like, if you booked a call
with our
us,
system,
or reminders if you booked a call with us, friendly reminders, but only because you booked a call, reminding you about that call. But my point being is, collect those emails so that way, if something, for instance, like this happens, LinkedIn's audio's done, and you have 30 people that show up every week to listen to you, send an email to them and say, hey, as you know, LinkedIn audio is no longer a platform that you can catch me on. Here are the other platforms that you can now catch me on. That's the importance of understanding why we build systems. And yes, we've been talking a lot about Web3 and Metaverse today, but that's why we build systems, processes that allow you to collect that information. So if this does happen, you can help your audience find you on different platforms, because everybody here uses different platforms. We all scroll social media of some form, whether it's Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, X Spaces, Twitch, all of YouTube. We all kind of just scroll because we enjoy collecting information, or we might have a question and we need that information. So it's been a great conversation today to share about other mediums, about where you can pivot your audience to now that LinkedIn audio is bye-bye.
Yeah, and look, guys, you guys definitely want to come and join us for our Wisdom Wednesday conversation tomorrow. We're going to be talking about cryptocurrency, the game changer you cannot ignore anymore, especially those of you that have a business. You're going to need to learn how to be able to accept different currencies that we are about to adopt. So there was a lady a couple of weeks ago. She's like, oh, no, I'm not interested in that crypto. It's not my cup of tea. And I'm here to let y'all know it's about to be your cup of tea, or you're going to be left behind once again, especially trying to convert and getting other currencies that you definitely want to get a hold of over cash. And so tomorrow we're going to be having just a basic one-on-one conversation about that, right? Understanding what it is, the basics, not selling you nothing, right, on what stock to buy, none of that. This ain't that type of party. This is literally just helping you all with the foundational part, as we always do, by bringing these things to your attention that you might not be aware of, but you definitely should be aware of. So come and join us tomorrow at 7 p.m. Same time. It won't be in an audio room because guess what? That's over. So we already have an audio, a live room that you can come and join and watch us. And instead of watching us, guys, we really want you to press 4 buttons. It's literally not that hard at all. You can tap on my face, Tara's face, hit that big button that it says "Learn More," visit Metaverse. You scroll down a little bit on our amazing biz in a box. You press that big button that says Hello Plaza. It literally will take you to another link. You say play. It's then going to ask you to download an app, just like you downloaded LinkedIn. You're going to allow the paste, and boom, it's going to drop you straight into the room. Easy peasy breezy, which I can assure you, some of these other platforms are not that easy. You don't have to give your email if you don't want to. You can literally come and engage. If you want to talk, right, and do things of that sort, then you have to create an account, but just to see it. And once you see it, it's going to be like, oh my God, I can have my book launch in here. I do not no longer have to have my Zooms. I can do my webinars in here. I can do my masterclass in here. Oh my God, you know what? I can do my Christmas party in here. I can now be able to do anything and everything in here and be in a 3D immersive environment and talk to people if I want to showcase my face to people. And if I do want to have this publicly shown out, then hey, then I'm gonna use StreamYard to stream this out to all these different platforms that I should have already been doing and not just being stuck or tied to one particular platform, like a lot of people have been stuck to, and now they're in a world of trouble, especially if they don't want to be on video, especially if they've only been on LinkedIn, and now they haven't been on Instagram, they haven't been on TikTok, they haven't been on Spaces, they haven't been on Facebook, they haven't been on all these different platforms. And like I said, LinkedIn only has 1 billion. There's 4.8 billion people on social media right now. And so many people have been missing out, especially not knowing your target audience and or what your SWOT analysis is. So this is where we encourage you guys to really tap in on our Tuesdays and Wednesday rooms at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. This week we have an amazing guest for our Hello Pivot live broadcast, where on this event we have people join us in the Metaverse, and you'll also be able to see their face. So we do a little duo than what we're doing now. And so we have the amazing Miss Jerry Lynn coming to join us. She's an amazing entrepreneur, helping women with their business and really, their coaching and things of that sort. So definitely come and be a part of that amazing event. And then if you guys don't know, if you missed out on our Outstate the Grinch sale that went down for our Black Friday, our Cyber Monday, our Small Business Saturday, guess what? Buckle up, Buttercup. Are you feeling frosty? Right? Are you feeling frosty for our actual, holiday sales that we have for now? For this, up until January 18th, or should I say, up until January 2nd, you guys can literally join our Hello Metaverse, and you can get your own event where Tara and myself will help you with the technical side, because I think that's a big part of it, is that people don't want to deal with the technical side. We get that. We can help you with that. And you can actually utilize our Hello Plaza. So if Miss Lisa wanted to showcase one of her rooms in December or January or whenever, say, hey, David, Tara, I want to do one of my audio rooms, in your Metaverse room, come on down. We got you covered. Where we got those different packages at, almost 40% off. And so that's a huge thing where if people don't want to invest fully into the Metaverse to get their own storefront, then hey, David, Tara, let me test it out. Let me dip my little pinky toe, in the Metaverse to see how this can work for me, and then maybe I will go all in. But let me see how it works. And you're literally seeing us put it to work for you guys Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and when we do special events of how easy breezy peasy. And you don't know if I'm sitting up here in my drawers, eating Cheetos, eating buns. You have no clue. You see an avatar with me in my Santa Claus outfit, and you see Tara in her Santa Claus outfit. But you never know, like the little kid says. And then definitely, take advantage of our Biz in a Box. If you do not know about our Biz in a Box, I encourage you to go look at your website, Go look at your, whatever you're utilizing for your link. Hopefully it's not an Adobe. Hopefully it's not a Google page. Hopefully it's not an outdated website that has a whole bunch of pictures, a whole bunch of reading, and things aren't in order, right? Check out our business box. It's more than a website. It's a smart link. For those of you that have, looked at our business box, now's the time to upgrade for 2025, right? Instead of buying that purse, instead of buying that watch, instead of buying those golf clubs, instead of buying something that, is not going to return on time, right? Not investment, because it does return on investment of looking good, of playing better golf. Oh, girl, where you get that from? Ooh, I like that. That is an investment, but is it the investment that you're looking for that you actually really need to set yourself up for the future? And that is exactly what our Biz in a Box does, is it help you with your actual book sales, like Miss Bailey was talking about earlier, right? Being able to give away a free chapter of your book, being able to not let Amazon, take you out back and beat you upside the head, where you can be your own self-publisher, being able to showcase your own ebooks, being able to have your own, service and products right up front and center, and be able to utilize AI and foundations behind it, so you are no longer the president. You're no longer the janitor of your business. You're the president. And there's so many people that we reached out to over the holidays, right? Or said, hey, you might want to take a look at this, and they ignored us, right? They didn't even open up the message, which just blows me away. Is that we want different, and a lot of the times we pray for something different. I need something different, and it shows up, and we don't take action. We don't press the button when we know deep down inside, when you're handing over that old crusty dusty website, you're telling people, oh, I'm sorry, that link doesn't work. Oh, this link, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to resend you this, or I'll have to send you this different thing. That's your first impression. And if you're embarrassed about your first impression of your business, then let's have a conversation and let's retool, let's restructure. Because as we shared earlier, right, times are changing. Things are changing, and you have to be able to upgrade your systems and foundation, as so many businesses are doing right now, by implementing AI, implementing this metaverse. This isn't just Tara and David saying, hey, jump into the metaverse. Nike, Gucci, Walmart. Walmart is training their employees in metaverse. You're about to see a lot of these brick and mortar stores go bye-bye, to where Walmart is starting to understand this Amazon effect, and they're going to close down the stores. You all are already shopping online right now. Let's face it. When's the last time you've been in the store? I'll wait, right? You're already shopping online. And so why would you not make your business that accessible and start a subscription, start a membership to your business, start an apparel line to your business, start having a podcast to your business that can all be implemented on our Biz in a Box, that now when you share with people, hey, go to my QR code. No more business cards. If you're utilizing a business card, I'm letting you know right now, your business card is going in that person's wallet, it's going in the purse, it's going in the cup holder, and they're never putting your information in. And when you call them, who's this, right? Or when you email them, it's going to their junk. And so we have to be able to showcase your business by utilizing social media, which so many businesses are not utilizing social media. And those of you on LinkedIn, let me give you a little tip. You post your business in the morning, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. Miss Christine goes to her LinkedIn, and she goes, on her LinkedIn at 11 o'clock. Do you realize how long it's going to have to take her to scroll to get to your actual post at 8 o'clock in the morning? A long ass time. Mind you, other people are posting at that time as well. So you posting one time a day in your business is not doing you justice. If you post in the morning, you post in the afternoon, you post at night, then guess what? You got 3 chances of people that are following you or are not following you looking at your actual post. Because if you think all of your 4,000, 5,000, 10,000 followers are seeing your social media posts, I'm here to tell you they're not, okay? Because LinkedIn is redoing that algorithm time and time again, as well as all these other social media outlets. And this is even more importantly why you should be implementing AI, as we shared in our masterclass, how you can have a tool, an AI tool that will post on your Instagram, post on your YouTube, post on your TikTok, post on your X Spaces. Listen, Linda, do you have a Google SEO for your business for people to find you on Google? Most people don't. That is something that you definitely should be implementing, because people are liable to go look you up. Just like you go look up the Hello LLC, Houston, Texas, you're going to find us. 5 stars, all of it. And then you go even recognize, damn, was that post that David just put earlier on his Google SEO as well? Yes, it is. And so this is where we get to continue to spread, your actual knowledge of utilizing this AI and implementing these tools into your business. And we're here to show you, we're here to teach you, we're here to do it for you, right? Where you even can take part of our Pivot membership that you can join for $7. We cannot make it any cheaper for you to get access to a lot of this information, how to utilize StreamYard. A lot of you do not know how to utilize StreamYard right now. Go and get into our membership. We have a whole entire video that shows you how to use it, how to set up your actual banners, how to add videos to it, how to do the actual underlining things at the bottom. A lot of these things that will enhance your actual audio room, other than you just showing up with your picture and your name below it. And now you're back in the Zoom stagnant, losing engagement. And it's just, right?
Yeah.
I'm the vampire. I don't do blah, 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 right? And so, this is really where we encourage you guys. Book a complimentary, conversation with us. Let's have that conversation. Let's be open as we share. The 4 most expensive things in the world is a closed mind, a closed mouth, a closed heart, and definitely a closed hand. So open those things up as we transition into 2025. And, this is something that Tara and I have shared, for quite some time. And, people see it, people hear about it, and then, they shy away from it. And then they get in that embarrassment moment, or they get in that tight, spot of, oh, I don't have this, or I don't have that. And it stops people also, right, from not doing these things that they want to do. Well, I would like to do a podcast. Well, I would like to do a masterclass. I would like to do a webinar. I would like to do these things, but you don't have the systems and processes to even begin to set it up, because there's a lot more work behind these events that most people have no clue or know how to do, which is not wrong, because I didn't know how to do them. Thank God I have Tara, because I'm telling you right now, I wouldn't know how to do none of this shit if it wasn't without Tara. And so I'm really speaking as if I'm y'all on that other side. Well, David, I don't know how to do none of that stuff. And I'm sharing with you, neither did I. But there's this great new thing that we share with you guys. It's called Press the Button. And none of these buttons that you're going to press is the code to the nuclear bombs, or going to blow up your next door neighbor, or blow up your mother-in-law, blow up your father-in-law,
Somebody
blow
might
up
be
somebody
like,
that you don't like.
Yeah,
right? It ain't none of that. Look, today, I had a post that went out, and I had the volume up too loud than the actual talking part. Guess what I did? Delete, and reposted it. Ta-da! Nobody called me and said, David, your post was messed up, this, that, and the other. Nobody knows, right? As the little kid says. And so just press the button, do something different, and keep progressing in life. And more importantly, believe in yourself. Over the past week, with everything that's happened, within this crypto space, me and Tara have been jumping for joy. Let me just share that with you, because we've been sharing with people, hey, it's about to happen. It's happening, just like with this metaverse, just like with Web3, and it's happening now more than ever. And unfortunately, it's not the I told you so. It's the damn, I wish people would have listened more and took action more, so they're not having to face the things that they're facing now, such as a lot of people are right now, with just, having to find another way to find income because they were relying on just LinkedIn audio.
Yeah.
And that's gone bye-bye. And now they're running around with their heads cut off like chickens, and don't know what to do. And we've been sharing, unfortunately, for the last year and a half on this platform. Miss Lisa could probably come up here. Miss Christina could come up here and probably and say this. And some of you as well that have been in this room, you've been sharing, hey, you might want to become omnipresence. Start doing things on other platforms and not just rely. You see Miss Bailey's heart down there, not just rely on LinkedIn, because things are changing faster than ever. Some people are going to be caught with their pants down, flat out.
Well, we don't want anybody to be caught with their pants down. That's why it's hard
Or
for
like
us.
Miss Leah says, when the top goes out, some people's pants are going to be short.
Yes,
Their shorts are going
their
to be
shorts
short.
are going to be gone. And that's hard for David and I, because we want everybody to be able to succeed and be able to, be omnipresent. I mean, again, guys, the reason why Hello was called Hello when we started this 9 years ago was to help everyone live life optimally. That is the original acronym that we came up with, Hello, when we named our business that. We want everybody to win. We want everybody to be able to, gather this information and be like, oh yeah, and on it. We understand that that's not what happens, but the want is there for everybody to be able to participate, so they don't get left behind. They don't get stuck, because it's no fun to be stuck. And David speaks from experience of, multiple times of, having to come to me and be like, Tara, can you help me? And trust me, when we started our business, we both worked full-time jobs. So not only was I, doing that, I was spinning multiple plates as a, sales and project management. And so you're constantly, managing projects, managing people, managing systems and processes. And so it was sometimes a strain, which is why
It was a fight.
Which is why I built so many systems for David, was because I was like, okay, you just go over here and use the system. I got it. I put a system together.
Go push the buttons.
Go push the button, babe. And that's why we share with you guys. And if you don't know how to do that, we're happy to help. Again, we do offer, a free consultation. Anybody who wants a free demo, anybody who wants a free tour, anybody who wants to know how they can increase their systems or processes in their system, in their current platform or current systems, we're here to help. Again, we want more for you than from you.
Yeah, if you're utilizing a Calendly link in your actual bio, if you don't have a link in your bio, then you definitely, let's have that conversation. So 2025 can be completely different. I was having this conversation with this one individual about 2 weeks ago, and they were like, I'm not getting any business, I'm not getting any business. Nobody's, going to and finding out about me. I went to go check out their profile. I'm like, you're not giving them anything to find your business or to reach out to you.
We get that regularly.
And we get that a lot. And so those of you that are definitely on LinkedIn, go to your profile right now, and do you have a link for people to go to a website, right? Do you have a link that goes to more than a calendar?
Put
right?
it like this.
Because I say this, right? I say this because when I met Tara, I went out we met playing football, and I went out to the car and I checked out her Facebook. And I was like, ooh, okay, she's pretty, she's sexy, okay, she got a little style to her, okay, she's good, right? Now imagine if Tara,
because he met me on the football field and I was not looking cute,
not at all,
pretty clothes.
Exactly. And some of you are, just putting out a calendar out there for people to book a date with you, like that. That's the type of analogy that I like to use. You're literally putting your calendar out there for people to book a date with you, and they know nothing about you. And if you think they're going to go through your profile and read your post, which a lot of you aren't posting about your business, so they don't know about your business, or you're reposting about somebody else's business, they still don't know about your business, you're putting yourself in a world of trouble at the end of the day.
I have a great analogy for you.
Go ahead.
We just had Thanksgiving, right?
Yep.
Most of us celebrated Thanksgiving, whether we did something at our own house or we went somewhere else.
Yeah.
Imagine your family inviting you over for Thanksgiving, and they're like, "Oh yeah, come over. Dinner's at 1:00. Do I need to bring you?" No, you don't need to bring anything. We're all ready to go. You get over at 1:00, and it becomes 2:00. All of a sudden, it becomes 3:00. Everybody's there. Nobody's eating. It's like that. You're inviting people to come in, but you don't have any food on the table for people to eat, to consume, to see, to look, to taste, to smell. You're inviting people over for Thanksgiving, and there's no Thanksgiving meal, aka you don't have any posts, you don't have any content, you don't have anything. You might not even have any furniture in the house right now. So you have to understand that's the liken of the analogy is stop inviting people over for Thanksgiving and not having anything cooked to feed them, unless you told them, but you told them, come on over and have dinner.
Yeah.
And then they get there and there is no dinner.
Yeah, exactly. And then not only that, you having to book that appointment with them for them to learn about your business, and time is everything. Like, for example, if you guys, a lot of you know Miss Leah Garcia, she was using an Adobe, link for her wall of wealth.
By the way, she'll tell you this herself. We are not beating up.
Yeah, we're not beating up on Sheila. If she was in this room, she'd be laughing right now like no other. And we showed her our biz in a box. She's like, oh my God. You mean I can do this? I can do that. I can do this. I can do that. I can do this. You ask her about her business in a box right now, she'll light up like a Christmas tree. And because it's taken her business to a whole new level to where she's not just giving away her wall of wealth. She knows who's getting a downloaded copy of it. She knows who's going to book her appointment. She has a full out calendar of her business. She now knows, when people are able to go and get her actual other resources, that she's not having to go back and forth. And she shared with me the other day, she's like, David, I didn't realize this biz in the box was going to do this much for me. I didn't realize it was going to give me this much time back. And I said, well, Miss Leah, a lot of people don't know until they put the shoes on. And you didn't know how much time you were spending with, little tasks and this and that and these nuances in your business until we got rid of them. And I said, now looking back at it, would you spend that money all over again? She said, absolutely, and more. Because, we have to remember, let me say this correctly. Let me say this in the right way.
I was like,
it takes money to make money. Okay. And if you call yourself a business owner, you got to invest in your own business. You got to invest in your own systems, your own platform, yourself. And a lot of the times it's not about going upward. A lot of the times we want to go upward in our business, right? A lot of the times it's inward. We got to focus on who we're being and what energy and what vibration we're bringing to make these changes in our business, because the current mindset, the current attitude, the current energy that you have right now might not be what's getting you to the next level. And you have to relinquish those things and restructure. And I can assure you now, looking at Leah's business, she has a whole new business and a whole new platform that now she's building more on what she had beforehand, just by taking a step back and allowing someone else, right? Because we're so much in the woods and the forest of our own business, you cannot distinguish the trees from the leaves, from the grass, because all you see is green. But when you can take a step out of the forest and let somebody else step in there and say, hey, we might want to do these things because you're great, right? Or should I say you're good at the training or what you do, you're not great at the transaction. And that's what a lot of businesses need help, is with the transaction piece itself. And so with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we definitely want you guys to also look, if this isn't for you, but you know somebody that needs some help with their business, we have our amazing new gift cards that is on sale right now with our amazing Feeling Frosty business bundle winter sale, where you can buy a $50 gift card. It's worth $100. Okay. You can buy a $100 gift card. It's worth $200. You can buy a $500 gift card. It's $750. You buy a $1,000 gift card. It's $1,500. And so, if you want to help somebody else with their business, because let's face it, speaking from experience, you're going to run your ass to CVS. You're going to go to Walmart. You're going to go get your last minute gift card, and that person's going to spend it on something that ain't going to do them no good. Now you can say, hey, look, I got you this gift card. I know you're starting your business. Take this $50 gift card. It's $100 and utilize it on, Tara and David's, Pivot membership. utilize it, on their AI Motion Works, where you can take your storytelling to a whole new level. Utilize it on their Biz in a Box, because your Crystal Dusty website got that 404 message on it that is really annoying me when I go to your Biz in a Box, and I know that is not doing you justice in your business. And so definitely, come and and explore more with our amazing stuff, and even get one for yourself, right? At the end of the day. So with that being said, take advantage. Go to thehellollc.io and book an appointment with us and get our amazing deals and opportunities. And with that being said, Love, you got anything you want to add to this combo?
Well, it's been a great conversation. We hope that this has brought awareness to you guys to make sure you're across multiple platforms and don't pigeonhole, don't put all your eggs in one basket. We've seen this time and time again, and it hurts our hearts when people kind of get their nose cut off to spite their face, and they are kind of don't have anywhere to go, and they have to rebuild that community, that connection, and get in touch with people. And so it's been a great conversation around that awareness. And the even better conversation is always bringing forward Web3 and sharing it with you guys, and how you're already utilizing Web3 in multiple facets of your life. You just don't know because they layer it into Web2, and that's the point. It has to be easy. The bridge needs to be easy. And really just the awareness is why we want to utilize Metaverse and Web3 for our business, and not just so much on a personal note as well. So it's been a great conversation. We encourage everybody to join us tomorrow for an amazing conversation that we will have around FINTECH. It's cryptocurrency, the game changer you can't ignore. So we're going to share more about how your business can, make sure that it is positioned to make the pivot into Web3 when everything's rocking and rolling. And then outside of that, Thursday, we're going to have a great conversation on our Hello Pivot Live with Ms. Geraldine. So we hope everybody will be there to watch that. That will actually be across all of our omnipresent platforms. So again, if you want to know how to connect with us, go out to thehellollc.io. We have all of our social media platforms on there. We have a huge button that says Hello Plaza that you guys can jump into the Metaverse. You can discover more about what we do. And you can go check out other people's work that we have helped them do. So you can see some of our portfolio of what we've done for other people. But other than that, Mr. Jones, that's all I'm about to say tonight.
Yeah. And then not only that, guys, we have an amazing event. Come visit with Santa.
Oh, yes.
Where you guys can be able to bring your kids. You're a kid yourself, so you bring your big behind on in here as well. And you come tell Santa or take some pictures with Santa on December 13th. So that's Friday, December 13th. We're going to be doing this from 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to 5 p.m. where you can come and sit on Santa's lap.
The cool thing about this is that you can have family. Like, for instance, I have family in Idaho. David has family in Texas. For those that don't know, we're currently in Mexico because we are digital nomads. So we could literally come in and take a family picture here in the Metaverse by just sending everybody the link. They come on in, and there you are, right in front of Santa. Turn around and everybody just smile, and you just take a screenshot. And next thing you know, you guys have an amazing Santa or a Christmas family picture is what I was trying to say. So, yeah.
And we do football in here as well on Sundays.
Right now we're doing Christmas movies.
We're doing Christmas movies. We're going to put out an actual, schedule of the Christmas movies that we'll be playing in the Metaverse that you guys can come and watch on Friday, on Saturday, whenever you guys be on the lookout for that. Trevor's going to put that together because we were watching some Christmas movies earlier and we had it at the Metaverse. It was like, we need to have people come here and watch it with us as well.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that. And if you guys have any movie suggestions that you want to watch, definitely send them on over to us, and we'll get those in rotation as well. And if you guys missed the amazing HQVC show as well, we're going to be playing that in our Hello Plaza as well, nonstop over the holidays, and we're going to have some actual StreamYard rooms, or should I say live rooms, where you're going to get to re-see all of those amazing guests that we had, such as Miss Christine Bailey that joined us as well. So definitely make sure you guys come and join us, be a part of this amazing event, and we'll see you tomorrow at Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Until next time, love,
kindness,
integrity,
but most importantly,
commitment,
And
consistency.
until next time, guys.
Toodles.
Toodles. We'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for being here, guys. Bye-bye, audio, LinkedIn audio.
Last time seeing you.
It was great to be with you all.